Dear colleague student, I'm Professor Shi Lei. I come from Wuhan University. My slides will give you the presentation about the Chinese SAR satellites. I will introduce the calibration and the validation process of the SAR image. This is my outlines. I will give you three parts introduction. First one, I would like to give the satellite calibration states in China, and in the second and the three parts, I will give you the introduction about the work of Wuhan University, which includes the image quality validation of two satellites, such as the C-band Gaofen 3 satellite and the L-band Lutan-1 satellite. A SAR satellite is a typical active sensor that transmits and receives microwave signals. In China, there are dozens of SAR satellites providing the global Earth observation service. Two government-led SAR satellites are introduced here, used for different missions. Gaofen 3 sensors are in a constellation with three running satellites. The designed purpose are to consider monitoring disasters such as floods, droughts, landslides, agriculture, glaciers, oceans with moderate penetration ability. Lutan-1 sensors are longer wavelength sensors and give deeper penetration, which makes them more suitable for forest estimation, tree height estimation, hiding target detection, tomography estimation, and deformation monitoring. The data quality is critical to all applications. Due to the influence of noise and error, SAR images contain several distortions, such as the radiometric error, phase and amplitude imbalance, channel delay. The calibration is fundamental to all applications. There's an example for Gaofen 3 polarimetric data. The color doesn't match the polarimetric theory. The mountain and the forest are blue but not green in color before any calibration. The scattering property is recovered after the calibration. The mountain and the vegetation are green in the poly-pseudo color image. The radiometric and the channel error should be removed before any applications. In past decades, China has built a large and national network of satellite calibration sites. There are over 10 sites built for monitoring optical and SAR satellite image quality. Currently, most sites are used to calibrate the optical satellites. A few of them are built for the radar satellites. Wuhan University has joined the Zhongwei and Songshan calibration sites, which provide data calibration and validation periodically. Also, the current radar is more stable and more precise than that in past years. It's still critical to monitoring the data quality in real time. The plot illuminates why we need to monitor the data quality frequently. Usually, the sensor error varies with the running time. The data quality is also varying. The instruments need to be adjusted, and the calibration coefficient also need to be fine-tuned at the commissioning stage. Thus, the data quality usually contains a high error ratio when the satellite is launched into space. The error ratio decreases rapidly after the calibration period. The data quality is stable after the satellite has been calibrated for several months, but the slight and random error still happens at the middle of the mission time. Again, the error ratio increases dramatically when the satellite is running at the end of his mission life. It's obvious that the data quality and error ratio varies with time. The monitoring of data in real time is important. Even the electrical device is much robust than before. The evaluation of the product is frequently helpful to know what happened with the data and improve the quality when the random error happens occasionally. Moreover, it's also helpful to improve the protection at the end of the mission. The image quality monitoring and calibration in real time depends on the technique named calibration of the data when the corner reflector is unavailable. Usually, the nature media with special scanting properties are suitable to become a substitute for a calibration site. Also, the monitoring and calibration accuracy of nature media is less precise than the reflector. The fast and low-cost method is suitable for knowing the data quality immediately. At the first step, we require high-quality SAR data, which has been produced by the calibration site to investigate the nature media of the Earth. Thus, we summarize the scanning properties of some typical nature media, such as the tropic forest, soil, ocean, and ice sheet. The media with a large area and homogeneous properties present a stable scanning properties statically. Also, the backscanning property varies from pixel to pixel. The mean value and the covariance metric of multipolarization are much stable with low variation. Thus, we can make an investigation and research on the static feature of the nature media to consider them as a reference. The system error could be estimated by treating the nature media as a reference based on the distortion models. Wuhan University has implemented the calibration work for decades. In this slide, we get the governance data and make a comparison between the calibration site and the nature media calibration. The W code means the code of the incident angle of the satellite images. The two plots show the evaluation of amplitude error and phase error. On the left side, we compare the calibration site estimated system error and the nature media estimated system error. The agreement is obvious. The nature media show good accuracy when compared with the calibration site. Moreover, we estimate the system error by a single image, and the accuracy is enhanced when multiple images are used. The reason is simple that more images are robust to extract the system distortion statically. On the right side, the phased result also print the same conclusion. Based on Goffen's 3 data, the agreement between forest and soil is given in this slide. The different nature media, such as forest and soil, present a good consistency. It should be addressed that the forest and soil present different scanning properties, but with identical system distortion. Our techniques successfully extract the same system error when the reference targets are from different media. Statistically, the proposed method is robust and stable to estimate the calibration coefficients at SAR amplitude and phase. The widely existing nature media becomes a feasible choice to evaluate satellite quality. We parent the data quality in the Chinese mainland. In the left plot, The green dots show the region where the data are collected. There are over 40,000 images picked to monitoring the Golfin 3 data quality in mission time. At the 6 plots on the right side, from 2017 to 2020, we evaluate the produced quality by nature media. The designed specification is a black dashed line. The colorful dots give the system distortion over time. At the beginning stage of 2017, the satellite was on the calibration stage, and the error in quality is obvious. After the commission phase, the data performance is stable. It's obvious that the system error is below the designed specification most of the time. The ocean surface is also a widely used media to evaluate and calibrate the data. Here is the ocean region we use to evaluate the Golfin 3 system noise. The ice shear and the ocean surface are useful to estimate the additive noise. The homogeneous ocean surface is a good reference to evaluate the antenna pattern and make the relative radiometric calibration. Any tendency in this illumination direction is treated as the radiometric error. This slice gives the system noise, i.e. NESA at varying elevation angles from the ocean. The blue curve gives the noise from the REDSat-2 satellite. The Chinese Golfin 3 data also present a similar shape and the low noise level, indicating the REDSat-2 and the Golfin 3 both work well at favorite noise levels. The evaluation and calibration at long-wave SAR is more sophisticated because of the influence of the ionosphere from the atmosphere. The calibration techniques usually present the best performance in the tropic forest. In the left plot, we evaluate the Chinese airbound Lutan-1 data in the Amazon forest. The long strip data is collected with continuous imaging. Two plots on the right side show the forest images before and after calibration. The non-compensation antenna pattern show a color tendency in the clone direction. The calibration result gives a clear improvement, and the color imbalance is eliminated. This slide gives us a similar performance of calibration by the nature media. The color imbalance along the line of sight is calibrated robustly. The most sophisticated results along the satellite flight direction are given. The red dashed line shows the Lutan-1 designed specification. Although a few dots exceed the design specification, we consider them to be from the incorrect forest pixel picking, but not from the system quality. Most dots are within the designed specification. Lutan-1 is also stable and robust when the data were collected in a large region. Thank you guys for listening the work of Wuhan University. Hope you will enjoy it.